this is Ellen Brock, freelance novel editor. We talked in previous videos about how to make good characters, but this time I want to talk about physical descriptions and how you can describe your characters in a way that's interesting to readers. The first thing you want to keep in mind is that readers are not necessarily going to remember how you described your characters. This happens a lot. Everybody has a different opinion about what the character looks like, even if it's explicitly stated in the book. So, as hard as you want to try to convey this specific image of your character, to some degree it doesn't really matter because people really will envision it however they want to, so it's important to keep that in mind. In light of that, I tend to favor lighter descriptions, not really getting into specific details about the exact shade of the hair color or the exact build of the body, because the readers are probably not going to remember, and it's also probably not relevant to the book. Just keep it very basic and don't spend a lot of time on it. If you do describe your characters, try to do it early on, because once the reader has already got an image of the character in their mind, if you introduce details about their appearance in like the second, third, fourth chapter, the reader is going to have to reimagine the character, and readers don't really like doing that. So make sure that you put those descriptions in early so that hopefully the reader will get an image that's pretty close to what you want. The other thing to keep in mind with character descriptions is to not have them just be set aside as an isolated thing. You don't want to just spend a paragraph describing your character with no other context or relevance. The best thing to do is to work the character description into some type of action. That could be something like a girl tucking her long hair behind her ears or pulling it up into a ponytail. It could be describing her clothes or not fitting in clothes the way that she wants to. For a man, it could be describing like that it's easy to reach something or not easy to reach something based on the height. What you never want to do is have your characters describe themselves by looking into a mirror, because this is considered cliche. I've talked about this in other videos. I think I talked about it in my first chapter video. Looking in mirrors is one of the biggest cliches that amateur writers fall into, so you do not want to have your character describe themselves by looking into a mirror. The last thing you want to keep in mind is to not repeatedly explain what people look like. Say it once, maybe twice, and then let it go. You don't want to repeatedly describe people because it just becomes tiresome to the reader, and it makes it seem like you're more interested in the way that they look than the way that they feel or what they're doing. Appearance really isn't important because, like I said, the readers are going to imagine the character however they want to anyway. So don't repeat your character descriptions over and over and over and over. It's not particularly interesting. The one exception to this would be romance, where it's much more conventional to explain the appearance in detail and repeatedly, because that's sort of part of the appeal in romance for the people who read it. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any video ideas, feel free to send me an email. I'll put that and my website at the end of the video, and I will try to make another video soon.